But a couple of things with that said worth going over right here. The first things being the Proton American Cup. The Proton American Cup, that is right. It continues on tonight finally. Again, they've been having some delays and stuff with the tournament, but tonight are supposed to be the two series. We got Duo versus SG Esports in the losers round 3, and then that's followed by the winner playing Infamous in the losers finals, where then the winner of that will move on to face Freedom, who will have a 1-0 advantage in the grand finals. And it just so happens that the grand finals now are actually scheduled to happen tomorrow because of these delays. And depending on things working out, I may actually be casting it. Again, I wasn't initially planning to cast the finals because it actually was supposed to be tonight, but like I said, there's been some delays, understandably, with the holiday season and stuff kind of coming into play. So, but the grand finals are supposed to happen tomorrow, apparently. And if that's the case and the time and everything works out, then I may be casting on behalf of Pro Dota Cup, as I've been casting a fair amount of this event, of course, especially in the group stages, and it really has been a lot of fun. So, and no matter who Team Freedom faces, it no doubt is going to be a great grand finals, a best of 5 with a 1-0 advantage, as you see there. So it's going to be fun to see how this plays out. Again, actually tonight's match also is pretty important because if you lose tonight, you just don't make the money. You win tonight, you are eligible for at least $500, upwards of $1,000, if not even $3,500 for first place. So, again, we're not talking about life-changing money right here, but to play at an event like this, not only are these all competitors of sorts, but it's nice to at least learn a little bit of something in the end. So tonight's match, again, between SG Esports and Doo-Wop is actually going to determine which team will make it into the prize pool portion of said event. So that's going to be fun. Another event currently taking place is the Royal Arena number 2. Royal Arena number 2 kicking off here yesterday, actually, with Group A. Again, this is only a 6-team tournament. The top 2 from each group advance on. So this is a pretty simple tournament, simple format here with a $5,000 prize pool, actually looks like, on the line. You see how things played out yesterday. Now, it just so happens that Alliance and Empire, they are the teams that are moving on. Horde actually ended up with 2 losses in both of their matches, going 0-2 against both Empire and Alliance. But they need to figure out who the tiebreaker is going to go to for which team will get the number 1 seed and which team will be the number 2 seed. So, not that it really makes a huge deal, being that it's only so many teams, only 6 teams in total. But they are going to be playing that tiebreaker, I believe, tomorrow, last I heard. And Group B is currently taking place. You got Vega and Danish Bears, Vega Squadron and Danish Bears. They actually tied their series 1-1 apiece, so they currently got their first series out of the way. And then, obviously, Rebels versus Vega and then Danish Bears versus Rebels will be happening to finish off Group B here throughout the rest of today. So this is a nice little simple event here. Again, a $5,000 prize on the line for Royal Arena. I believe it's being covered over on Hitbox, actually. It's an event over on hitbox.tv. I was actually trying to watch some of the match, maybe even cast a little bit yesterday, but it turns out they have it set up where pretty much no one's allowed to watch the matches, even on the ticket system. You actually can't even purchase a ticket, so they clearly do not want anyone to cover it. They just simply want their own coverage, which obviously is fine. It's more than fine, and they are absolutely allowed to do that. So it was a little bit like, dang it, I wanted to kind of watch this, but unfortunately, you'd have to watch it on hitbox.tv if you would like to check it out. So, but you can there, and it should be interesting to see how this tournament plays out as well. Other than that, actually there was one more now that I'm thinking about it. I was going to say that's it, but there is another tournament kind of going on right now. I'm waiting to hear more information about it because it's one of those, like, there's not a whole lot of information just yet about it. As far as these qualifiers and stuff, but the Star Series Season number 3 is officially kicking off here with these closed qualifiers, or the main qualifiers, whatever you want to call them. It's something like they had open qualifiers a while back for different regions. In fact, the American region, from my understanding, just finished up, and Freedom actually took out SG Esports to qualify in the open qualifiers as of yesterday. But now we have the China region. They're actually kicking off with their main portion of the qualifying tournament to see ultimately which team will make it onto the main event. Now, the main event right now, currently it's only Wings Gaming. Wings Gaming, and there's going to be one more direct invite team according to this, and then obviously 6 more teams on top of that via qualifiers, as you can see. It's a $300,000 prize pool. This tournament is going to be taking place in Shanghai, China, in the month of February, I believe. Yeah, later on February. So there's still a little bit of time, really about 2 months here before this tournament kicks off. But, it's not necessarily a major, but it's a bigger event, a premier event, no doubt. that we're looking forward to. But these qualifiers starting to take place, so keeping an eye on that. The Chinese qualifiers have been playing throughout. In fact, their group stages, it looks like, officially wrapped up yesterday. And Team VGJ, of course, this is the new VG team with their roster here. What is the roster again? Let's check it out. Yeah, Aggressive, Freeze, ROTK, FY, and Fenrir. This is going to be one of these Chinese teams that a lot of people are looking at, and they so far went 3-0 in their groups. Against some solid teams, actually, right here. You know, We Are Young, Ehome Keen, and Wings Red. Some of these upcoming Chinese teams. So definitely good to see that there from them, and we'll see how they continue to do throughout. But these Chinese qualifiers, always fun to kind of see how that plays out. The playoffs are going to be next in line for them. There's no information just yet, at least on Wikipedia, and I was actually checking out the Starladder Series or Star Series website as well, and there isn't more information on this. So Wikipedia pretty much up to date. So hopefully we get some more information in terms of the qualifiers right there. But yeah, ROTK is back for, as I see somebody bringing that up in chat. That was announced a couple of days ago, if not even a little bit longer than that. Again, that new team there out of China, VGJ. So what does it actually stand for? It stands for VG Gaming J. What does J stand for? Is it Jeremy Lin? I actually heard something about that. Apparently, Jeremy Lin is the honorary captain. Okay, so it is. Yeah, so that's what it stands for. It stands for VG Gaming Jeremy Lin. How about that? That's pretty interesting, actually. Jeremy Lin, of course, an NBA basketball player. Now, I wouldn't say a superstar by any means, but he's a very solid player in the NBA. And it's kind of fun, you know, seeing more and more of these sports organizations coming into the esports scene, especially a lot of basketball teams. Seems like they're getting really invested. So I don't think it stands for junior. It doesn't actually say right here what it stands for. Oh, no, it does. The team was named VGJ after the first letter in Jeremy's name. So it is. Because, yeah, junior wouldn't make sense, right? I mean, these are not junior players. ROTK, Aggressive. These are all very experienced players right here. So, but that's really cool to see, though, that's the case. But anyways, they're going to be a hot team to watch out of the China region. What is this about LGD? I'm being asked about my thoughts on the LGD Mayhem situation. I honestly haven't looked too much. I haven't really heard about this at all, so I can't really say. I'm pulling up the Reddit post right now. Looks like some drama that's been going on. I'll have to take a look at that and maybe get back to it tomorrow on my daily recap. But yeah, I can't say I've actually heard too much about that, so I do not have any opinion on it as of right now. So there you go. That is my thought on that. Anyways, that's going to do it for the daily recap, though. Not much else to really go over at this time. Look forward, though, obviously, as the new year wraps up here and the 2017 begins, I'm sure more and more events going to start kicking off in both online and some LAN events starting to come around, and definitely going to make for some interesting discussion and some great following as far as competitive Dota goes. So thanks once again, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this daily recap on December 29th, 2016. I'm BreakyCPK. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next day, a.k.a. tomorrow. I almost said next week. We'll see you tomorrow here for the daily recap. Until then, guys.